boys and girls, just going for a little cruise down the bay, rocking level 5 on the VelectriX. Just going to take it easy after yesterday's ride, give the legs a bit of a turnover without stressing out too much. Just navigating our way along Lonsdale Highway. So this is the only bloody gutter step here, doesn't yet have a bloody ramp. I did send it via Snap Send Solve, but it hasn't been solved yet. So as I make my way towards the Coast of Vines Trail, I just take these footpaths along here. I mean, I could go underneath the Lonsdale Highway through the tunnel, then go out across that side, but I just got to come across this side again anyway, because going towards the bay. Yesterday's ride was pretty good. It was about 65 k's according to the Garmin, 69.7 according to the bike. Still had, you know, probably like 40% range or something left on the battery, which is pretty good. So pretty happy with this bike so far. It's just what you need for riding stuff like this. Got your side stand to keep your bike upright. Put the spring saddle on, which I found in my garage. About 20 years old now, I think. I've just come and paved this. No evil that bloody shit behind. Anyway, I guess it gets collected. But yeah, so the old spring seat, the Geltec, it's actually pretty good. I can't get it to sit down, nose down enough for me. Like, it just doesn't want to do it, so it's kind of gets up in your crotch, but it's not too bad if you position your ass back far enough. Yeah, no, it's pretty good. It takes the harshness out of the harshness over all the bumps on this rigid bike. So, alrighty, so we're just coming up to the little corner here, Patpa Drive, Lonsdale Highway. Vine corner, righto. On the Coast of Vines now. You know, so for me, I mean, after a ride like I did yesterday, you know, 70k ride, for me that's a decent ride, you know. Like, I don't usually do rides that big, not all the time anyway. And having the e-bike just allows me to get back out on the bike the next day and not have to worry so hard about bloody legs and cramps and all that sort of shit. So I'm loving the e-bikes, mate. If you go down that trail over there, Hallett Cove Creek Trail, it takes you up to Perry Bar Road, pretty much. And then you can get over towards Lonsdale Highway and then onto Majors Road. So I've just adjusted the angle on the camera as well. I put a foam pad back in behind the breastplate, or the chest plate, because I notice, especially when I'm mountain biking, that it's just too much of the handlebars and down low and not enough of the horizon. So, especially when you're sort of, you know, over the handlebars trying to corner and stuff. It's pretty windy at the moment. Don't know how much you can hear. Beware of snakes. I've never seen a snake on this trail. Usually more so in you know, O'Halloran Hill, probably find them, but they are about. Yeah, so this rail trail part here is pretty good. It's not affected by tree roots that much, if at all. Whereas when you get over to Patpa Drive, the trees are planted a lot closer and they're a different kind of tree and they just got roots everywhere. Howdy, e-bikers, loving life. So if you haven't had an e-bike yet, or tried one out, do yourself a favour. And to all you elitists who are all anti-e-bike, all good for you, mate. Not everyone wants to be a bloody hero racer. Yeah, some of us just like to get out and enjoy a bit of exercise in a non-competitive fashion, in a non-elitist way. We rock side stands, we rock mud guards, we rock lights. Some of us rock high-vis vests and carrying panniers and you know, all that sort of gear. Some of us commute, you know, don't worry your little head. I mean, I still get exercise, mate, don't worry about that. Check out my heart rates. Go back for my rides and ride the GPS. You know, still getting my heart rate up there, mate. I'm still doing exercise. Like if I wanted to just, I could literally just pedal like this and just turning the pedals, not really engaging the chain, and the motor's still going. That's not doing exercise. But I'm actually pedaling, putting in power. And a lot of us do who ride e-bikes, especially when we climb, especially when you've got a hub drive. So coming up to this part of the Coast of Vines Trail here, we're still in Hallett Cove, heading towards Merino, and we've got the sea coming into view. Be able to look down the coast soon. Now I'm going to be taking a detour, which I always do take, and it doesn't follow the bikeway as it's been mapped out, you know, with all the sharrows and all that. So here we go. Views, mate. Look at that, bloody beautiful. All the way down to probably like Henley Beach or something, Grange maybe. Righto, so we're now in Merino, almost at the start or the end, whichever way you want to look at it, of the Coast of Vines Trail. And I'll show you my little detour. I'm sure you all know it. It's better than riding along, what is it, Railway Terrace or whatever it is, behind the train station and all that, although that's more kind of flatter. So we'll detour down Emma Street. Yeah. There's the Merino Rocks Greenway sign just there. Onto Marine Parade. I mean, look at these G's, mate. Magnificent. Oh, look at that view. Brighton Jetty. Alright, there's our little path there. Now, it's only like a one-way path, so down into level 1, because I don't want to be bowling people over. Tuck in the mirror. Alright. I hope no one comes the other way. There we go. It's usually pretty good. I did come past here once and these are on road bikes, and because they got narrow drop bars and I was on my Merida crossway, even with the mirror, the handlebars on my bike were higher than the railing, so I managed to squeeze past. But yeah, this part here is quite nice. Used to be unsealed, now they've come and put a bit of a cement topping over it. Tide's out. Alright, get my mirror back down. Alright, let's cruise down into Kingston Park. So much better with the spring saddle, eh? Alright, so now we're going to have to take it a little bit easier. There'll be lots of walkers. Go up the ramp. There we are. Whack it in level 3, I think. It's probably pretty good. Sits you on around about 21, 20 k's an hour. Look at that. Hey, bloody lovely. The caravan park here. So doing some renos down here. They've got a new cafe, I think, being built. So that'll be nice. Dogs are supposed to be on the leash, but anyway, nobody listens. Squeeze in between. Sea Cliff Surf Lifesaving Club up here. Nice place to drop in and grab a pint or two as well when the bar's open. There's a little cafe there as well, just up here on the right. Alright, we'll zip onto the road I think up here. Little bits of road like this where it's nice and quiet. I don't mind. Even along the esplanade here, most of the way to Glenelg sometimes, if there's you know, like too many people walking on the path, sort of spread out. Nobody really keeps left. Nobody really keeps their dog on lead, so it's kind of a bit hit and miss at times. Anyway, we'll catch you a bit later. We're just chilling along here, sitting on about 136 beats per minute heart rate. Haven't even had a car pass me yet, or come up behind me. Oh, here we go. I'll have to jump onto the path here, I think. How the road works. Well, that's a good thing about being on a pushy. You can pick and choose when you want to go on the road and when you want to go on the path. Much to the dismay of a lot of drivers. Little sand pumping station there. Righto, so now we're going to jump back onto the path and head behind Mindo Incorporated. A little bit of patience, mate, you can get through. So before they had this here, pretty sure you had to take the back streets. You just got to love the way that people want to straddle the whole path all the way across. And then you got the people with the headphones, they don't even know you're coming, you ring your bell, they have no idea. I do have a horn as well, which I will use if it gets to that point. Yeah, I think that cyclists are more aware of pedestrians than pedestrians are of cyclists. They are the perils of shared path cycling. So, back onto the road it is. One thing I won't do when I'm riding on the road though, and not that I do it anyway, is to ride in packs and ride out here, you know, where you're 2 or 3 deep and just holding up traffic. I just think that's kind of rude. I mean, fair enough, yeah, you're entitled to use the road, but so is everybody. So, give space when you can. Well, obviously when you come up to roundabouts and stuff like this, you want to be assertive enough to just get out in the middle of the road. Otherwise, you might get some idiots that try and cut you off at these little pinch points here. And then you just come back over to the left. I did pretty well not to have any cars come up past me all the way along the esplanades of Glenelg from Seacliff. There's only one just coming up behind now, but he's probably a couple hundred metres away, so yeah, this time of day, it's good. Alright, back onto the path. So you got a shared path here, but the one that's down lower there is walkers only. Yeah, kind of a bit weird. You think it'd just be one or the other, but anyway. Yeah, walkers don't, a lot of them, anyway, don't have any idea about the whole keeping left scenario. And then you got the ones that just walk around looking at their phone, not even looking up what's going on ahead of them. Alright, what have we got going on here? Oh, the Ferris wheel's gone back up. Alright, it's all going on down here. The black plastic's a good look, isn't it? Seafood Festival. Let's hop up on the jetty. Beach sweepers. Yeah. No fishermen out here today. So, it's coming to that season. Summer's coming. They get the old Ferris wheel up and going again. The thing I like about the hub drive is it really gives you a push, because it's literally every level has its own speed setting. So it'll only go as fast as the motor will only go as fast as the level setting. So like on the Bosch system, you know, you can put it in eco, and you know, pretty much all the modes, they're pretty dynamic. You know, if you only want to pedal sort of softly, you'll only go a certain speed. If you pedal hard, it'll take you up higher speeds. It's nice for the climbs though, for these little gentle little hills. Alright, I think we'll jump back onto the road. I'm just wondering when these bloody dark tinted windows on driver's side windows became legal, because they're a bit of a pain in the arse. You can't see if people are looking at you or not, whether you're in the car or on the bike, and you want to make sure it's safe to proceed, you know, like you're sort of fingers crossed, hope for the best type of thing. Alright, turn left at the last second. Geez, everyone wants to drive a bloody truck these days. God knows how you get around into car parks and that. Your car parks are small enough for my bloody Subi XV, let alone a bloody big Dodge Ram. Just tooting along here pedal wise, sitting on 26, 25 k's an hour, so. Hey. Come on, mate. Alright, just getting a little bit too fucking crowded on there. Alright, so we've got a bit of a climb coming up. It's actually not too bad on this bike. It does go better on the climbs than I expected, to a certain degree. Once you get to a certain sort of inclination, it just becomes a bit too hard and a bit too slow. And the lowest gear isn't low enough. Alright, let's give it a crack. Drop it down into fourth. Alright, into third. So we're in third gear, we're sitting on about 24 k's an hour, which isn't too bad. Yeah, it's pretty good. Back into fourth, 25, so yeah, it actually goes better than the bloody eMTB sometimes. So what's my bloody mirror here? There you go, mate, you get right, you come through. not bad.
Oh, what a day.
It's a cracking day for it.
Yeah,
Too good to be sitting around at home,
Yeah.
eh? Enjoy, buddy.
Yeah, have a good one.
You too. Alright, so now, in with the mirror, and down with the low speed, and hopefully no one's coming the other way. Oh, look at that. It's pretty good. I've only encountered people maybe 2 or 3 times on here. Alright, let's go back into fifth and up we go. So I haven't been up this pinch yet on this bike, but first gear, level 5. There we go. 16 k's, 15 k's an hour. Easy peasy. This says hub drives don't climb. Lucky it's only small, not too long. Yeah, if you go up Emma Street, it's a bit of a longer, steeper climb, so that one there just gets it over with. Oh, back onto the coast of Irons. Who's going to yield here? Come on, mate. Cheers, mate. It's kind of whoever gets to the giveaway sign first, they get to go through. Plus, it's a bit easier for me to get going again with the motor. Oh, first sip I've had. So now there's a few ups and downs, but it's mainly a climb back up towards Hallett Cove station. So the spring saddle just takes a bit of the heat out of the arse over those kind of little rooty bits. I haven't got any front, suspension forks, so it's still rigid there, but I don't know how long this saddle will last either because it's getting on a bit. It's over 20 years old. I tried looking them up online. It seems like you can only buy them from overseas stores now, but there are different ones. I was looking at one of those Brooks, the leather ones, but nah, too much bloody maintenance and care involved in those. Bloody conditioning the leather and tensioning the leather, and 260 odd bucks too. So in some respects, the hub drive is easier on the climbs than the eMTB, because the eMTB's got a torque sensor in it, not just a cadence sensor, and if you're not pushing hard enough, it won't propel you hard enough, if you know what I mean. Turbo mode's pretty good. You can fly along in turbo pretty well, but yeah, it seems like I do less work on the climbs on this bike in level 5 than I do on the eMTB, if you know what I mean. And that could be to do with not locking out the suspension as well on the eMTB, so you sort of lose a bit of power in that. But this just seems to propel you, because it just wants to sit on that 25 no matter how fast how hard you're pedaling. Obviously it won't do 25 if you're on such a incline and not pedaling hard enough. It's going to try though, definitely tries to. As soon as it levels out, and get you back up there. So I want to go and do the Barossa Trail, catch the train to Gawler, and then ride to from Gawler to, I think it's Angaston and back. It's about 85 k's. I think it's 800 and something metres of elevation, but it's really only one way. It's up to Angaston, and then when you turn around and go back, it's pretty much all downhill. So yeah, could be doable. So these slow speed manoeuvres get a bit hey mate, come on through buddy, you're right. Yeah, because the power just wants to turn on, it's either on or off. If you're in the corner and you pedal, it just wants to shove you out. So it's not as dynamic as the eMTB in that respect. The eMTB, you can just If you want to just give it a little bit, it only gives you a little bit of power. With this thing, it's kind of just wants to give you it all at once. See that? It's on, it's off. On and off. Righto. Tally ho, off we go.